Hello everyone. So again, I'm using some new MFT products that will not be available till Tuesday, just like yesterday's video. So that info will be linked down below the video and on my blog. So the links to these products won't work until Tuesday. I'm using this is the Cool Day Stamp Set and Dynamics. And I'd stamped the images onto CC Designs Copic Quality 110-pound cardstock with My Favorite Things Black Licorice Hybrid ink. For those that have heard me mention before, I do the product videos now for MFT. So that's where all these images were from, and rather than waste them, I'm going to use them, obviously. So I had stamped them all and die cut them all for the videos, and then had them sitting in their little pile here, so I wanted to use them on a card. And I decided I wanted to create a little scene for these little polar bears. So I'm using the new Stitched Rounded Rectangle Stacks Dynamics. Say that 3 times fast. I die cut some snow cone cardstock and some smooth white cardstock with that. And then to get the curvy edges, I used the new Stitch Snowdrifts. Those came out last month. And basically I had run the rounded rectangles through several times with different pieces of cardstock, so I had the consistency, the stitching all around the edge, and then ran them through again with the snowdrifts. So I want to kind of create water and then the look of like snow in the background. And on the main panel, I just stamped the little snowflake. This is from the same Cool Day set, and I just stamped it with Sweet Tooth pigment ink. And then I adhered all the layers of white and snow cone cardstock together. So I've got my little scene and just made sure I had everything lined up properly. And then I'm going to adhere that to the main panel. So get that all adhered. So I've got my little scene set up for these little characters. And then I'm going to go into coloring all the little die cut images themselves. So I super sped this up just because it would make the video too long. And right now I'm kind of just running by the seat of my pants. I don't have a lot of time and it's taking me forever to upload videos. Like anything more than a few minutes, it's just being a pain. Normally I upload things overnight, which is fine. But like I said, I'm running behind with everything. I was really busy doing these videos and haven't had a chance to just be creative or anything. So yeah, I'm just disorganized. So trying to upload during the evenings is like peak internet time and it takes forever. It's driving me nuts. So I'm trying to keep these videos shorter without completely cutting out everything, because then what's the point? Anyway. I colored in this bear's sweater. I wanted to do reds, and this time I did a little bit different of a combo. I usually do R24, 27, and 29. And this time I did R24, R29, and R89 is my darkest. So it gives it a bit more definition than the other combo I usually use. So it's something a little different. You have to work a little harder to blend the 24 with the 29 and 89, but it works. I did the red first because red is a pain. I've mentioned it before. You know, red is a gorgeous color, but it's just a pain to work with. It just wants to go everywhere. It wants to bleed and smear and make a mess. So I always do it first, because especially with Copics, you can kind of fix it with the other colors or your zero to kind of squeeze back in any color that goes over the lines. No matter what, I try to be as careful as I can because it's just red. So once I was done the sweater and his hat, I colored his mug in some blues. And then for the polar bear himself, even though he's white, technically polar bears aren't fully white. I used grays for him, and then I started thinking, because I was like, oh really, when you look at a picture of a real polar bear, they're kind of yellow. Really, like they're not white, they're yellow. So I was like, you know, I need to add a little bit of yellow just for a little bit of realism, even though, you know, they're total cartoon characters and I can't do photorealism coloring. I wish I could. It's beautiful. I can't. I watch other people do it, and one, I don't have the patience, and two, I'm amazed by it. So I added a little bit of yellow, just Y00, and then blended everything out with my Color of Splendor. And then I had to add little pink cheeks to him because, you know, he's a cartoon character, and I thought he'd look really cute, you know, in the cold with little pink cheeks. And then the second bear, this I super sped up because I did the exact same thing. Same color combos, everything, so nothing special, nothing new. I just did his little scarf with the reds and then the same blues as the mug, which was BG02, BG000, and BG000. So, and then for his body, the exact same thing. The lighter grays, and then that little dash of the Y00 yellow, and then a little bit of R20 for his little cheeks and the inside of his ears. So super cute. And then for the sign, same color combo, keeping it all the same, makes things easier. Plus the little post here totally made me think of a barber pole, so I had to do it red and white because, yeah. So I use the same reds, just the R24, 29, and 89. And when I'm doing these videos, the funny thing is I don't mind coloring like I do. Like some people are like, oh my God, you color so fast. This is super sped up. Like I color fairly quickly just because I have such little time with the kids running around. But I enjoy the coloring. I just don't enjoy going over the editing like 3 or 4 times. And I wish I could color faster. So that's why I speed it up, because it's just like, oh my goodness, I've already done this and I've already gone over it and edited it and blah. I just get bored of it. So that's my little ADD of the day. Anyway, so once I was done coloring all that, I wanted to add some shading onto this little piece of ice because, you know, I don't want them just standing there. I wanted a little bit of shadow. So I just used C2 and then blended that out a bit with C00. So once I've got all the coloring done, I'm going to adhere everything to create my little scene. So I'm going to adhere the ice block with some Tombow Monomulti, and then realized I wanted it lower, so thankfully the adhesive hadn't dried yet, so I could quickly smush that down a bit further. And I'm going to adhere the bear and the sign. And yeah, as that white ink dries on the snowflakes on the top there, you could see them when I first sand them. You can see them in real life. I didn't get a good picture of them at the end. Yeah, my camera gets a little fussy when it comes to really pale images, but there is snowflakes there, you know, it looks really cute. So I also adhered that little tiny red die cut that's also from the Cool Days set, and adhered that over his mug just cuz. And then I popped this all up with some foam tape to adhere to my card base, which is standard A2 size, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So make sure I got that all lined up. And then I wanted to add just a little embellishment. I kind of liked how everything is, and with the red popping and all that. Just wanted to leave it simple, but I grabbed my Wink of Stella white, not clear. The white basically it's kind of more of a gold shimmer than the clear. The clear is kind of a silvery shimmer in my opinion, and the white does have like a white pigment to it. It's weird. You don't see it as much until it dries, and then it shows up a little more, but you can still see color through it. So I don't use it very often because there's not much of a chance to, in my opinion. But for something like this, it's perfect. So like Christmas time when you have snow scenes and that, you can totally use it. And it's just really subtle. Like I couldn't even pick it up on camera or show it on pictures, but in real life, it's just a really nice subtle shimmer. So it's kind of perfect. And then to finish off the inside, I just inked up another stamp from the Cool Day set and stamped that. And then I'm going to adhere that second bear that I had already colored, and that finished it off. So like I said, the links to these products will not go live until Tuesday. It'll just take you to a blank page, but I'll include them anyway because, you know, after Tuesday they'll work. So make sure to check out all the info below. There'll be a link to my blog post and all that stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing and thumbs upping my videos, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!